Hello everyone, this is Amit Dubey. I'm a cybercrime investigator, and today I am with the smartest girl I know at her age, Manvita. And I can guarantee you that after this podcast, you won't believe at this fact that she is just 7 years old. Yes, just 7 years old, and we'll be discussing about cybersecurity, cybercrime, how can we keep ourselves safe in this world, and all these challenges that we have, especially for kids. So, friends, let's welcome Manvita, just 7 years old. Yeah.
Thank you. My name is Manvita. I'm 7 years old.
And yeah, you can start asking questions. Yes.
First of all, what is cybersecurity?
What is cybersecurity? So, Manvita, before I delve into this answer, I would like to ask something from you. What is your average screen time? How much time do you give on book?
Altogether, in the whole day, it will be. I never count. 40?
40 minutes per day?
40 or 45.
Oh,
Something like that.
that's absolutely fine. 45. You know, there is a law in China that they don't allow kids to use mobile phone more than 45 minutes because it is impacting their life, their psychology, their mental conditions back.
Yeah.
Right? You know this? So 45 minutes, okay. We can still go with that. But there are different challenges that you have every day. And that's why we are going to discuss this today. What kind of activity do you do on mobile phone? What do you do exactly?
I don't see. I play games when my dad comes, like Fortnite against someone. It's like a game which people are in it. Fortnite, Roblox, games like that.
Roblox. Okay. Any other game that you
I don't play Fortnite or Roblox.
watch videos as well?
Yeah, watch videos.
Use YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels? What would you exactly?
I don't watch TikTok, Instagram. Only when my mom's watching, I make peek. But like normally, I watch something else, like more videos, like in YouTube channels.
Did you ever notice that if you start watching such short videos, you end up watching for a very long time without
Like
realizing, without realizing that you are necessarily watching these videos. This is not actually,
convenient.
yeah. And so these videos are created, designed in such a way that they grab your mind, they grab your attention. And even if you don't need to watch it, you watch it. Right? You get curious to know all those things that are not for you, especially, but you watch. And that is also,
Like not good.
yeah, this is also not so because manipulating your mind. I always make a statement, and I'll make it very simple for you. First of all, before we understand cybersecurity, Manvita, we all are the product of the data that has been fed to us since our birth.
Yes.
You know this?
Yeah.
If so, I would have been born in some other country, suppose in Romania, I would have become a different person altogether.
Yeah.
Speaking different language, wearing different clothes, eating different food, and proudly mentioning everywhere that I'm a Romanian. And after 50 years, somebody comes to me and say, "Boss, you were born in India." Then I would be confused that who am I? Am I an Indian or a Romanian, or who am I? What is my real identity, right? Because we all are living the data points, the data that you get through your parents, through teachers, through books, videos, internet, and then we are consuming and become the product of it. Point is that all our decision making capabilities, all our likes, dislikes, fear, aspirations, everything depends on those data points. If I change your data, I'll change you. If you start consuming wrong data, you will become a wrong person.
Another thing, what is data?
What is data? Very good. So when you use internet or mobile phone or tablet, you do some activities. And if I know that what exactly you are doing on it, and we are recording it, that is called data. For example, if you are staying in a particular location, and if I know that you live in that particular house and I have that information, that is data. If you are liking a particular kind of videos, that is also data because I know it. I'm recording it sometime. If you are playing a particular kind of game, I know this. So I understand your psychology, that what is making you interested and what you would definitely like to click. And every activity that we are doing, we are generating data. Whatever we are doing, we are generating data. Data points.
Even if we don't use like a mobile sort of those things, even if we play outside, can we still have data?
We may not have digital data, but we have data. For example, sometimes you have to provide informations on pen and paper.
Pen and paper.
That is also data. But that data, the chances of getting misused of data is very low. Because not many people would be able to access it. But then when it is about digital data, the chances that it could go to wrong hands, like it can be hacked. For example, there's a CCTV camera, you are playing, and that CCTV camera can be accessed by some criminal, and then they would know a lot about you, right?
Yeah.
Similarly, if you're playing something on mobile phone, and then some criminal convinces you that you install this application, and he can see everything, whatever you are doing on mobile phone. So these are the chances, those are possible only for digital data, right? So now we understand data. And if the data goes to wrong hands, they can start manipulating you. For example, you play Fortnite, right?
I don't really play, but my cousin is really obsessed with it.
Obsessed with it. And Roblox.
Roblox, really obsessed.
Very, okay. So you would have noticed that all these games, they have chat facility also, right? You can chat to other gamers.
He plays with his friends.
Okay. So you can talk to other
people.
Right. Do you know that, and you assume that these other players are also of your age, right?
Yeah.
Many of these people may be quite old and even...
No, but he is playing with his friends.
Yes, but sometimes you make friends on the game itself and you have never met them. You believe that whatever they are showing, this is the real name, this is the real picture, but that's not true because you can't verify.
Another question. How can you identify if that's your friend, your family, or another person which you know?
So, first of all, let's understand that why do we people impersonate someone? Why do they behave like they are your known one?
No.
Or your parents or your teachers or somebody whom you trust already? Because then they can manipulate you easily, right? If they create a face whom you trust, then you will definitely follow the instructions.
Yes.
So suppose you make a friend who is unknown on Roblox, and he sends you a link, and you click that, and I'm mentioning here that link. You can try it on your mobile phone. That link is called privacy.net/analyzer. privacy.net/analyzer. You click it. When you click that link, it will start showing you some of your personal details.
Will it show only you or someone else?
Anybody. And it's right now it will show you only to you, but it can be created in such a way that the person who has sent you this link, he will get the access of it, right? And what are these details?
Your person.
He will instantly get your location, where you are, right? He will get what kind of device you are using. Is it iPhone, tablet, Samsung? You'll get to know what SIM card are you using. Is Leica, Libera, or Vodafone?
What SIM card?
So when you use mobile phone and when you want an internet on mobile phone, you need to have some telecom operator, some SIM card, right? That you use it. But the SIM card belongs to some operator. Just like in UK, you have Leica and Libera. Then you have Vodafone, Airtel, many other such companies. Those are offering the service.
Yeah.
Now this detail is also personal. And this also instantly gets to that person. Then he'll also get to know that how much is your battery right now. Is it 16% or 50% or 100%? Then what is your resolution of the screen? Then what is your browser? Is it Safari, Chrome, and its version? All these details to eventually hack your device. If I get this information on a single click, suppose I send you a link, Manvita, is this you in this video? What will you do? Will you click that link? You will not. Or if they send you a link, Manvita, is this your father in this video? Will you click that link?
Sometimes I will, like, getting curious.
Yes. Or, Manvita, is this your mother in this video?
Definitely.
You will click right. And that's what they do. They will exploit your curiosity. They'll make you curious.
Yeah, but if they say, Manvita, is this your, like, mother's one? Like, how will it give my personal information?
So when you click that link will capture all your personal details and it will show it to the other person. And now they will use that information to build trust with you. For example, if they know your location, they say, "Oh, Manvita, you are in Canary Wharf. Oh, Manvita, you are using this phone and it is just 16% charge. Why don't you charge it?" What will happen?
I'll be suspicious. How does he know?
You will little be scared and you will be curious that how would this person know this information? This is my personal detail, right? And then probably you may ask him that, "How do you know this?" And the person will respond, "Oh, it's simple. It's easy. Do you also want to learn this?" You will say, "Yeah, why not? Okay, I'm sending you a link. Can you please install this? And you can also do this for us." And then you will install that application, which is a virus, which is stealing your information, which is actually stealing your money as well. So criminal will always build trust with you. He will impersonate. He will send you some links with, or will force you eventually to install something. This is the very first thing which you should know, that you can't trust anybody on internet. Suppose you are walking on road, okay, and there's an unknown person, and would you like to talk to him?
I'll just walk away. I don't normally
You
talk.
don't know, right?
I just go to the location I have to.
Because you can't trust that person, right? But similarly, in a similar situation, you are using a mobile game or some application, and there you have a chat facility and you are talking to so many unknown people. Should you?
No,
You should.
not.
Right. And that's really risky. You should not trust them. And that's what I'm making here very clear to you, that you can't trust anybody online, just like you can't trust anybody on road, right? Because you don't know what is their real reason or their objective. They want to steal your father's money, or they want to steal your data, or they want to scare you, or they want to force you to do something which will be wrong.
Good for them.
Yes, correct. So this is first thing. Now we understand the value of data, and there is some case to that.
I have another question. Before yesterday, you talked about one thing. It's like a password. What is that called again?
Yes. So two-factor authentication, I mentioned, right?
Yes. If people can people steal that somehow? Is there any way they can steal?
They can. So I'll tell you methods how you can steal your information. When you use a browser, do you know browser?
No.
So where do you open Google?
Yes.
Yeah, where would you open Google?
You App Store.
No. It's like Safari or probably in Google Chrome.
Huh?
Use some browser to.
Oh yes.
Correct?
Yes.
It's not App Store. App Store is for installing applications.
Yeah.
But if you want to do normal Google search, or if you want to explore things on internet, you use a browser.
Yes.
So if you are using iPhone, it is Safari. If you are using any other phone, it's Google Chrome, or many other browsers, right? Now, when you are filling a form, you would have noticed, you are too small, but you could have noticed that when somebody fills a form, they provide lots of details. Your name, your email address, your address, your bank account details, your passwords, your phone numbers, your many other details, social security number, passports, etc. All these details are saved in your browser. Next time, when you are filling any other form, after a few days in any other form, and even when you type A or when you type M, it will start showing you Manvita. Would you like to type this? Or if you type 9, it will start showing you a mobile number or whatever number you have. And if you start typing address, first letter of your address, it will start showing you the address, which means that this information is somewhere in your browser and it was saved when first time you provided this. But now it is giving you some convenience not to retype everything, but this information is there in the browser.
But another thing, when you do that, can anyone see?
Yes, that's what I'm going to tell you. Now, if this information is in the browser, I can steal this information on a single click.
How?
Because if your browser is vulnerable, the way I got that information through privacy.net/analyzer, I told you a few minutes back. Similarly, I can send you a link like this, creating some curiosity. Is this your teacher in this video? Is this your closest friend's name or something? And you click that link, I'll steal all that information which has your name, address, your bank account detail, your passwords, your all other data. So when you're clicking a link, you have to be extra cautious, right? You can't just keep clicking every link here and there because you don't know what could.
What is a link?
Link. Okay, very good question. So when you want to watch a video, what do?
I click the link.
You click a link. If you want to install an application, what do? You click a link, or if you
I just click it.
yeah. So that the place that you are clicking it is actually a link. It's taking you to some place, right? So everything that you are doing on internet, it is actually a link. Whether it is a website, whether it is an application, whether it is some gaming options, and they are just sending instructions to internet to do something. Now, if I send you a link, and link is like www.youtube.something.com/something something, and you click that, I may steal your information.
No. If you click link, you watch something or you do something. If someone sends you and you click it, will you not watch something?
You will. Actually, I'll give you that feeling that, okay, I'm sending you a video. You will be watching that video, but in the background, I'll be stealing your information. You will not notice it. See, for you, it is just a video. But for me, it is an attempt to steal your information. And I can create such malicious links, right?
Yeah, but when I can you only do that when I'm watching the video?
Not when you are watching the video, but if I send you a special link to watch a video, then I can do that.
Oh,
You're already watching something that I can't do that. But if I send you a link and convince you to click that link, or lure you to click that link, or create some curiosity to click that link. So basically, I'm hacking your brain
Right.
first, and then I'm asking you to do something. I can't do it automatically without hacking your brain, right? The very first thing I'll try to hack your brain, and then only I can do something through you only to your mobile.
something else, like how can you stay safe when that is happening, and how can you notice that when that is happening? How can you know that is happening, and how can you stop it?
So I suggest you a few things, especially for your age when you are installing an app. Normally, if suppose you have mobile phone access for a few minutes, you install randomly any application. That is dangerous. You just like that icon or maybe the thumbnail, and you get lured to that okay, I should.
Normally, I have apps on my iPad. I go to App Store, I download the games.
How do you know this game is safe?
I just look at the front cover and I look at the video and I just like it and I go.
Ideally, I'll suggest you a few tips, okay, which you can check. First of all, you should notice. So if you click on the game icon, it will show you 3-4 information. One information is that how many downloads are there of this game, right?
No,
Do you notice that? You never noticed.
no, first it says email address or password,
No,
and then
that's when you have already installed it. But before installation, if you are at Play Store, and you get some options and click on an icon, and now it will ask you to install that application. At that time, you will see that how many downloads are there of that app, right? How many people are still using it? Downloads means how many people are using it. You will see it. Okay, we'll show it to the audience in the graphic. You should always check that number. If that number is not big enough, you can't trust that app.
I don't get you because I never go down and I don't scroll. I always I download games which I'm really eager to download.
So when you download those games, at that time, just below the name, you will see that how many people are using that.
Oh yes, I thought of before you download. Yes, I get.
Before you download, right? Once you have downloaded, then it's all over because now you are already hacked. Okay. But before that, you can do all these things. You can check how many people are already using it, trusting it. Then you can see some feedbacks.
Review.
You can view, right? Reviews. You can see some reviews. And somebody saying, oh, this game is not safe and I have been cheated and something like that. You should avoid it. Correct. Then you can also see when this game was started. There will be a date. If the game date is 6 months old or 1 year old or maybe 2 months old, don't trust it. It may be risky.
Why?
Because see, these criminals keep launching fishy games, malicious games. And by the time law enforcement agencies or police or government, they'll take it down, many people can trust it and can be cheated. And this time could be 2 months, 3 months, 4 months. By the time we get to know that, okay, there is some game which is actually not safe for kids, we may get to know it after 2 months or 3 months. But we'll definitely take it down. But those 2 months are risky. So if any game is just 2-3 months old, you should not blindly trust it.
Now let's start AI. What is AI?
Very good. So, you know about intelligence? What is intelligence?
Like, you're very smart, you know most everything you need to know. And you
You're very
do all
smart.
your
You can
thing.
do things. You can think about pros and cons of something, and you can take a decision, right?
Yes.
Then we say that you are intelligent.
Yes.
Imagine that all these things we can do through software. We can do through applications. So we call it artificial intelligence. Just like real intelligence that we have in our brain,
Yeah.
we can create artificial intelligence.
Yes.
And we can get our things done through that software or through that application. Right?
Yes.
But AI can be used for various native
So
purposes also.
you're saying AI is like things which you can't find and you want to find it and you want to be really intelligent, so you like really learn it.
How do we get intelligent?
If you do your homework, you listen to your teacher, you do all your maths test, and you go to school.
So basically, when you read books, when we study, when we take all those data points in our brain, and that brain becomes intelligent, right?
Yes.
Very similar to that, we give all these books to a software and we try to train that software, and its software becomes intelligent.
What
Like
is a software?
Software is a program, just like your mobile applications, just like your games. These are all software. They all are software. They are doing something right for you. You are giving them instructions and then they are responding to those instructions. That is called software program. But imagine, just like your game is also intelligent to some extent, because you are playing with a chess game, or you are playing with some intelligent game where you have to apply your brain. Then the software is also intelligent, right? It is responding to your moves and it is countering your moves. And sometimes you win, sometimes that can win. And that sort of intelligence we can eventually make it very large, and it can solve things those you can't solve otherwise, because you may not be expert of everything.
Yeah. No one knows everything.
For example, if you study two books in different subject, you become intelligent in those two books, right? I study some other domain, I become expert in those domains. Suppose I'm a doctor and I'm studying books those are related to medicines. You are studying books related to geography and you become expert of that. So all those intelligence comes through data points.
Data.
Data is what? Books.
Books.
The things which is written in the books are the information. That information, if we consume, we become intelligent. If that information we give to software and application, that becomes intelligent. If we are training that software, just like we are training you, and after a few years you become smart and intelligent. We give you so many information slowly. But in software, we can give it all of a sudden.
Another thing, but in books they don't write like they don't write like, how do I say? They don't know like that the big, like how many planets there are, how many people are in this world. Like they don't know that. How will it transfer it to software?
So no, this information is also in the books. The books, we have everything.
Oh.
In fact, the information that you have online, that can also be printed in terms of books, or the information that you have in printed form that can be converted into digital form, like in websites and all, right? So it doesn't matter whether it is a book, physical copy, or it is a digital copy. You can see it on mobile phone or laptop. Doesn't matter. But that is an information, right? If that information is somewhere that can be consumed, that can be used by humans, can be used by software. Either ways, doesn't matter. We can digitize a book and push it to software.
Now I'm gonna try to make this like cybersecurity. Can people hack on AI?
Brilliant. That is really smart question. So when we understand how do we make an AI, we understand that we give them data, right? If suppose we manipulate this data, we give wrong data, we give false data, we give fake data to you or to a software, we will train him with the wrong data, so it will become a wrong AI, right?
How will we know that it is wrong data?
Very good question. So when we decide to train an AI model through data points, we do supervised learning. We call it supervised learning processes, which means before giving it to the software, we'll have to supervise it through various humans. And they decide whether this is true or false, fake, malicious, wrong, biased, unbiased. For example, we have an AI right now, ChatGPT or any Meta AI. And then you ask that AI that, okay, who won the last year World Cup? Okay. What answers are you expecting?
Like on famous person.
It will answer that, okay, the last year or the last World Cup, last football World Cup was won by this country. Now, I didn't mention that I'm referring a football World Cup. I did not mention that I'm referring a men or women football World Cup, right?
Yeah.
I just asked who was the winner of last World Cup. That's it. But rest of these things were chosen by AI automatically. Why? Why they decided that it is? I'm asking about a men World Cup, not the women, or I'm asking about football, not the cricket, because the AI is biased.
What is bias?
Bias means we have some preconceived notions. For example, we always think that, okay, kid cannot be smart. Now, this is a preconceived notion that a kid like you cannot ask questions on AI or maybe in quantum or maybe on topics that are complex. Now, this we call preconceived notions. We have some biased opinion about someone, right? Or we have biased opinion about a boy or a girl, or we have a biased opinion about a country's people or a political party or any such thing which has been treated differently in history. So historically, the women has been treated differently because the data points has been given to us like that. We make our brain trained because of those biased opinions.
Another thing, AI is like similar, so they're trying to make something similar because they don't know that answer. So they're making something similar to what you asked AI.
Not similar. It can create new things also.
No, like you asked, what was the last World Cup, last year World Cup, and then it said football cup. It was Ronaldo, and then they're trying to do something similar to what you're asking.
But I didn't specify whether I'm asking about football World Cup or a cricket World Cup or a hockey World Cup or. I didn't mention that, right? Why would this AI decides that I'm thinking about only football World Cup or for men's football World Cup, right? Because the AI is biased. The AI thinks that if somebody will ask this question, they'll always prefer the football World Cup or World Cup or the men's World Cup, right?
Yeah.
Because the AI has historical data, people used to ask questions only about men, not women. That's why it has a biased opinion. That we always prefer or we want to know about a particular segment, not the other segments.
Does it still happen in these times? Like they only ask questions about men, not women. Is it still going on?
It still happens. It still happens. That's why the data is like that. See, AI is trained on the data which is available outside. AI does not create that data. It is given that data which we have been generating in books, in different formats, applications, softwares. Now we use the same data or social media. For example, people are on Instagram and they are discussing about only men's World Cup. They are not discussing about women's. Then the AI would know that, okay, people are not interested about women's World Cup, right? And whenever somebody will ask, it will automatically respond about men's World Cup only. Because of the data which is available online on Instagram, social media.
But even if you ask about women, will it still answer you?
It will, but then you have to specifically ask.
What do you mean?
Okay, can you tell me who was the winner of last Women World Cup? Like that. Or Women Football World Cup.
Okay, yeah. Next question.
Next question.
Is AI popular in a load of countries?
Yes, it is. So this is what we were discussing actually, that because of AI, people will start becoming more dependent on AI, or they'll not use their brain completely. Because uh, if I can share some of my early days learnings, we used to remember tables. We used to remember mobile numbers, 100 mobile numbers memorized, or 200 mobile numbers. I can tell you the mobile number of anybody like this. But when we start getting memories on phone, long memories, people have stopped remembering any mobile number. And they just search on mobile phone and then they can dial. So they can't remember it, right? So they are becoming dependent on
AI.
AI or software.
Where did AI first start? What country? Do you know?
So
Ask AI.
ask AI, very good. Very smart. You can ask it AI. So AI is not new thing. It has been there since many, many years in different format.
What country did it start in?
So all these countries were from US to Japan to UK.
First country, I mean. Where did it first
I
start?
can specify that country because I think it must be somewhere in US only. Some scientists would be working on it. But
I think he's still famous.
Yeah, the founder of AI was a person who was in 60s sometime. They started developing early age AI, machine learning tools. Now we have much more sophisticated AI, which is called Gen AI, generative AI.
What
For
is
example,
that?
if you have large data points, you have lots of information, you have 100 books here, and you are asked to answer any question which is there in that books. If you do it manually, it will take time. You will find the book, you will search it, and you will try to answer right. But if I give this all information to a software, and we ask this information, we ask this question from the software, it will instantly respond.
Yeah, because I think they created software because we can't remember it in our head for that long.
Correct. They can have more memory than humans. They can have better responses because they can organize this data in a better way. So that kind of AI called analytic AI, where we have given data and we are asking questions and it is responding. But it was not generating anything. For example, if you want to create a painting, earlier it was not possible through AI. That if we request AI, can you create a painting of a scenery or maybe someone, or create music, or create a film, you'll have to shoot it. But now with generative AI, it is possible. You can create music, you can create poetry, you can write any article, you can write stories. So we call it generative AI, where things can be generated.
I think instead of using phone for AI, we can take book and we can take a book which has stories in it and book which doesn't, like plain books, and then we can write all the answers instead of doing AI. I feel like
you prefer writing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I prefer instead of transferring into software, logging into your phone for no reason instead of writing in the book. I feel like it's more convenient.
Very, very smart. I have seen cases where kids have used these kind of technologies in a very negative way. I'll tell you a story. I got a case of a school. Have you ever attended online classes?
Yeah.
So the school was running online classes and the teacher was teaching something. And suddenly she noticed that somebody has played a music from the background and everybody is scared. It was a horror music. Because everybody was scared. And she had to close the session and she could not take the class. And then it happened again and then it happened again. So she complained to the principal. And then he called. He said that, Amit, that this teacher is taking a class, but there is some kid who is playing a music from the background and we could not notice that who is doing it. Can you catch that person? I said, okay. And next time when teacher started that class, I also joined online silently and I was watching every kid. There were many kids. And then suddenly something happened, some music and some video start playing and we could not notice and we had to close it.
Did you not notice who
I
it was?
could not notice. I said, who did it? And the teacher was so scared that she said, no, I cannot start this class again because somebody is actually doing it just to...
Not to the class.
Yes, because he's not happy with me, probably. And I requested her that, can you please do it once again? Because I'm sure I can catch. So she started the class again and I was noticing all the kids. And suddenly I noticed something. There was a kid who was looking at like this in the screen. And then he did like this. And then he looked at it. And then after 30 seconds, again, he did like this. And then looking at it. Which means this kid is actually not there. He is playing a recorded video. Instead of he sitting there, no. He created a video of himself and he was playing at the background. And that's why this action was repeated again and again. Oh my God, I said, he is the one who is playing that music because he's not here. He has joined this class from some other name. And then
Yeah, but how is he doing that?
So what did he do? He joined his... So you can... say there's an open link. You can join through your name also. You can join through someone else's name also. If you know their passwords. So he was joining 2 sessions. In one session, he was joining from his own name. In another session, he was joining from somebody else's name. And from that handle, he was playing that background music or scaring. Right. But from the main account from where he was joining, he was not sitting. He was actually playing his own video.
Yeah, but why did he... If I was him, then I would not scratch my head. I would just like...
But he's that mistake, nah. Sometimes you don't know that somebody can catch it, right? Even if you will be straight for a long period, it will be unusual. I can catch you. Nobody can sit like this for a very long period, right? You'll have to be moving. For example, if I could record for 2 minutes of video, you are moving too many times, right?
Then you think it's unusual.
Yeah.
I was just like... Then I'll record that video. Then I do it over and over. And
you'll make it very realistic, right?
Yeah.
But still, you can't make it realistic for a very long period. Because
Babe, if they're not really like that intelligent, yeah, you can do it for a long period.
So I'll just ask something from you, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me your 5 favorite games that you play? You mentioned few, right?
Yeah.
Fortnite, you mentioned Roblox and something.
I like Fortnite.
Okay.
I like Escape House.
Okay.
I like Subway Surfers.
Okay.
I like Candy Crush.
Okay. 4.
One more. What's my favorite?
What is that where you hide yourself and what do they say? Imposter or something.
Oh, that game I don't play. I don't really like it. Granny is really scary, but it's not my age, so I don't play it.
Okay.
Can people hack on App Store?
App stores, like what exactly? They can...
Like Game Store, you call it.
So what they can do, normally, suppose you are using an Android phone.
What is
So
it?
there are 2 types of phone normally, iPhone and Android phone, okay? Like Samsung and other phones are Android and iPhone is Mac OS or Apple OS. Now, if you have an Android phone and you are using a Gmail there and the same Gmail is logged into some other device, maybe some tablet or some laptop or some other desktop. And if I get the access of that Gmail for a few seconds, I can remotely install an application to your phone. Remotely. And that is something hacking a Play Store kind of things. I can also see your locations of your phone. I can access your pictures, emails, even chats sometime. And I can also download your future OTPs of your Gmail so that I can log in on your behalf without touching your phone. So there is a big risk, right? You should not keep your Gmail logged into some other device if you are not using it. Got it?
Can they find out? Is there a way they can find out your other passwords?
They can. So normally we keep our passwords saved in our browsers. They're already saved there. Correct. If I get the access of your Gmail, I can see your passwords.
All your passwords, even
All your
your
Yeah, all your passwords. Even bank's password. Other accounts.
the one password you were talking about.
OTP?
OTP, yeah.
Not OTP. See, OTP is something which I need to know at that time because it is generated at that time. It was not generated before. So the validity of an OTP is just for few seconds. 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds, or 2 minutes. If I don't get it within 2 minutes, I can't log in or use it because then it will be expired.
If you know the password of the OTP, can you still like get into it?
Yeah, of course.
If you know.
If I know, so there are various ways through which I can steal your OTP. There are 12 methods. Without touching your phone, I can still access your OTP.
12.
Yes, 12 methods. And I'll tell you 3-4 methods here. Okay?
Yeah.
So there's one method. Suppose you are using a phone.
I use an iPad, yes.
Okay. Assuming that you are using phone, so your father is using a phone and you want to hack that phone or somebody wants to hack that phone. And they say that, can I use your phone for 10 seconds or 20 seconds because I need to make an urgent call. And you dial a number from that phone that is called *62* mobile number hash or *401* mobile number hash or *21* mobile number hash, some code. There are different codes. If I dial it from your father's phone, then I am enabling all calls to be forwarded to some other number. That is called call forwarding.
I don't understand.
I'll tell you.
Explain
I'll make it simple. So which means if you are getting any call, the call will be forwarded to me. You won't receive it, it will come to me directly. So the call is coming to you, but then it will come to me. That is called call forwarding. Get it now?
Yeah.
If I'm able to do that on your phone, then I can also access all your OTPs.
OTP.
Because I'll invite OTPs on call and that will come to me. Because I've already enabled.
But OTPs is not like a person. OTP is a password.
OTP is a number. OTP is a 4-digit.
Yeah, but how will the OTP call?
The call comes and the caller will tell the OTP. He speaks on call that, okay, your OTP is 415367, something like that. Or your OTP is 3049901. So when he'll speak it on call, because we are invited OTPs on call, and the call will come to me, I can listen. It happens. We call it call forwarding technique. What is that? Call forwarding.
Can we, if we know the OTP, can we steal money?
Yeah, of course.
So
If I get the OTP, I can steal all your money.
I'm gonna get this today. Okay. Can people hack on the internet?
People can. People are.
Can you tell me a few techniques?
Yes, of course. So we just discussed one call forwarding technique, then I'll tell you many more.
Quick. How can they hack?
So sometimes there are simple tools. For example, for Wi-Fi hacking, there are tools that we can use to hack a Wi-Fi.
You mean tools as in making a house?
Sometimes I create an illusion and then I hack your device. For example, suppose there is a Wi-Fi that we are using here.
Yeah.
And that Wi-Fi name is Manvita Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'm here and I'm sitting at reception. And so there is a tool which can send request to your Wi-Fi router.
The tool can't call you and then ask you request.
It can send just like you send request to your Wi-Fi. That tool can send request to your Wi-Fi. Okay, that can send so many requests.
I can't do that.
Okay, and then it will send so many requests that your Wi-Fi can't handle it. It will be hanged. It can't serve you, right? Now I'll take my mobile phone and will create a Wi-Fi hotspot in this, and I'll name it Manvita Wi-Fi. Okay, and I'll keep it at your reception. Now, because your Wi-Fi is down and your all devices are disconnected, you will try to reconnect to your Wi-Fi, and there you will see my Wi-Fi named on the top because your Wi-Fi is down, and it's the same name. And my Wi-Fi, when I created an hotspot, I didn't keep any password. It's open. So when you will try to connect, it will be connected because it will not ask password. And now you are in my Wi-Fi. If you are in my Wi-Fi, I can actually see your traffic. I can see what you are doing on your mobile phone, on laptop, or devices.
So wait.
Okay. So that is another way of hacking, right? Or I can actually, so there are three kinds of hack. One, I can steal information from your device. I'm stealing information, passwords, personal details, bank account details, pictures, videos, stealing.
Sorry, what do you call it again?
Confidentiality breach, confidentiality, right? Second is called availability challenge. Availability means I create a situation that you can't use your device. And you are panicked. Oh, I can't use my phone. I took your phone and I put wrong password 5 times, 6 times. It will be
Locked.
and you yourself can't use it. Or if I have your bank account number, I can put wrong password many times and that will be locked for 24 hours, 48 hours, and you can't transfer money. So these kind of attacks are called availability challenge. That is also hacking, that I am making your life difficult.
When you do that, can you steal money?
Of course, of course. So that's what I'm saying. The third thing is called integrity challenge. We call it integrity challenge, which means I can not only access your information, I can change it without your awareness. You don't know that it is changed.
Yes. Like you lock it loads of times. You say forgot password on the right side, and then you do another password.
For example, is there any exam in your school? Do you give exams or is not at this age?
Not at this age.
So when you will give exams and there are marks and somebody access your school system and they can change the marks. That is called integrity challenge. So there are three kinds of attacks that will happen. And that is happening. Now, what we should know at this age, when you are using any app, and we should know that whether this app is
safe or not safe,
and also has any potential feature which can be misused by criminals. For example, you use Snapchat. Have you heard about Snapchat?
Yep, Snapchat.
Now, Snapchat has 4 features and we'll discuss about it, okay? Snapchat has one feature where if I'm sending you a message, it will be deleted. Once you will see it, it will be deleted. It's not like WhatsApp that you can still see it later, but the moment you read that message, it will be deleted.
How does it know that you read it?
Just like WhatsApp, because in WhatsApp also when you read it, you read it. When you open it and you read it, the application knows that you have read it.
How?
So suppose I have received a message, it's there. Now I open my WhatsApp and I'm launching it, and then I'm reaching to that message window.
Oh, so basically like Snapchat, you don't need to like open it. You go scroll down. You don't need even put your password. You scroll down, you see what message you got.
It's a similar app, but it has a feature that when you read, it will be deleted. Got it? But in WhatsApp, you can keep it for a week, 2 weeks, 1 month, and even for a longer period. But in Snapchat, you can't. There's a feature. But why people are interested to use this feature? Why do they want that if I send a message to him, he reads, it will be deleted?
Because they don't want your mom or your dad to see or someone else to see it.
Exactly. Absolutely. And that's why you want to discuss on Snapchat instead of WhatsApp. Because you know that you can send anything, any aggressive message, and that will be deleted. There will be no record that, okay, you have said this. For example, I am commenting something on your, I'm doing cyberbullying, right? We just discussed cyberbullying. And you saw it, you got disturbed, you are hurt, but then it's deleted. You can't show it to anybody that somebody said this to me. Similarly, you can comment on someone and it will be removed, delete. But this feature is actually dangerous. If somebody is on Snapchat, he should or she should know this risk that anybody can write anything and there not be any evidence for that. So it's better to chat on WhatsApp than Snapchat if you are not comfortable with someone on Snapchat, right? The second feature is Then in Snapchat, you can see the location of everyone. Where are they? So I was discussing with a kid who was 14 years of age in India.
Yeah.
And his father wanted me to discuss with him because he was not feeling good and he was little not happy with his school. So I was discussing with him. I said, why are you not happy? What is the problem? And he said, nobody is talking to me. They don't take me along. I'm feeling lonely and like that. I said, why do you think so? He said, no, I know this. How do you know this? Because yesterday I saw these are my close friends. They went to McD and they didn't took me. How do you know this? I could see them on Snapchat. Because Snapchat is showing them the live location. He was so disturbed. So if you know too much about others, that's also disturbing. If you don't know that, you are happy. The third thing, the Snapchat shows you Snapstreak. Snapstreak, there's a feature where you can see clearly that if there are 40 people in this class, these two guys are chatting too much on Snapchat or these two guys are not chatting. So their Snapstreak star rating should be different. So if they are spending too much time on Snapchat, the star rating is 4.5 or 4. And if this boy is not talking to him, the Snapchat rating would be low. That is called Snapstreak rating. Because they know a Snapstreak rating of each and every one. That is also disturbing them. Because they feel that this girl is talking to them, but she's not talking to me. And that's what Snapchat is doing to the people. And that's why when we are using such apps, we should be extra conscious. We should not take everything seriously. Right? Like Snapstreak, locations, or whatever offensive, defensive messages are coming, we should ignore that. And that's what we want to teach to the kids.
They're getting too sensitive.
Of course, they are very sensitive. They take everything very personally and get disturbed. So this is another problem of cyberspace, right? When you watch a video, did you notice that when you watch a particular type of video, the system will start showing you same types of videos?
Yes, yeah.
It happens? Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Which means the system is reading your mind and it is trying to push you the content that you like or you would like to see or watch, right?
Yeah.
But that's also not good. But then it is also not showing you the content that you would see otherwise or you would know about otherwise. It is pushing you to a particular domain or a kind of content. So this is also happening with the kids. If they start watching something negative, the system starts showing them too many negative concerns again and again. Because system thinks that he likes it or she likes it. But that's not the case. Actually, they are forced to watch it. Because when they scroll, they get that kind of content.
Instead of scrolling, you can go to search and type what you actually want. And not get too attracted. That's why I only watch 5 or 10 minutes.
So that should be done, right? You should always search your own content. You should not rely on the content that is pushed to you.
If it's not negative, then you can watch it.
If you are conscious, then you will be able to take that action. If you're not conscious, and if you're already trapped, if you trust too much cyberspace, and then people realize too late. I told you not that you start watching a video, or if you start watching reels, you end up spending hours and hours sometimes. You don't realize that you have wasted so much time. Because you were not conscious.
Yeah.
Unless until somebody hits you and asks you, throw your mobile phone. Already used too much screen time, right?
Yeah. Because they calculate how much you're watching because they're your family and you're, I just watched 1 minute. I'm going to watch 10 more minutes. I do that all the time with my mom. She says off it. I said 5 more minutes, 5 more minutes.
But you think like it is just 1 minute, but
it is 1 hour.
Hours, right? So thank you so much, guys. I really enjoyed my discussion with Manvita and she was really, really too good. She had so many questions. If you have any question, you can ask in comments. You can also share this video with your friends, other teenage kids and younger kids like her so that they should know about the challenges of cyberspace. How can they be cyber safe? Thank you so much for watching us.